Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Verse 1 footnotes, where it says Cain. Cain means acquisition. A man, Hebrew ish. See Appendix 14:2. Literally a man, even Jehovah. RV, with the help of in italics. Hebrew ish eth Jehovah. Compare Luke 2:11. Verse 2. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. Abel meaning transitoriness. Verse 3. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground in offering unto the Lord. Verse 3 footnotes. In process of time. Hebrew, at the end of days. The time as well as the place and offering probably appointed. Where it says ground, the product of the curse, compare 3:17. Where it says offering, etc. A sacrifice unto Jehovah, most religious, but his own way, Jude 11, but not first fruits as Abel's. Hebrew mincha, see Appendix 43:2-3. Where it says Lord, that means Jehovah. Note the sacrifices both brought to Jehovah as the covenant God, not to Elohim, the Creator. See Appendix 4. Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. Verse 4 footnotes. Looks like all of these. Where it says brought by faith, Hebrews 11:4, which came by hearing the word of God, Romans 10:17. Firstlings and the fat, etc. Figure Hindiadis, Appendix 6. The firstlings and the fattest ones too. Where it says respect. By accepting it by fire divinely sent, Leviticus 9:24, Judges 6:21, 1 Kings 18:38, 1 Chronicles 21:26, 2 Chronicles 7:1, and compare Psalms 23 and Hebrews 11:4. Figure antimetabole had respect, his offerings had not respect. Verse 5. But Cain, and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? Where it says why, in the footnotes here, that's erotesis, for emphasis, see Appendix 6. Verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Verse 7, footnotes. If. The Hebrew accent pashta puts the emphasis on the first well and on the second if to mark the solemn and important alternative. Where it says sin means sin offering, Hebrew chata, see Appendix 43:5. The word offering is actually added in Exodus 30:10, Leviticus 4:3, 6:25, 8:2, Psalms 46. Compare 2 Corinthians 5:21 and Ephesians 5:2. Where it says lieth is masculine, sin offering is feminine, so that the Hebrew reads at the entrance a male lying a sin offering. Where it says shall be, supply is instead, and where it says and thou shalt rule, compare 3:16. Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Verse 8 footnotes. Talked equals said. Hebrew amar, to say, which must be followed by the word spoken, not so debar, which means to speak absolutely. What Cain said is preserved in the Sam Pent Sept Seer Volg Targ Jur manuscripts, namely, "Let us go into the field." Manuscripts which have not the words have a hiatus. Where it says slew, supposed to look at 1 John 3:12. Religion is and ever has been the greatest cause of bloodshedding. Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Verse 10. And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Footnotes, where it says blood, Hebrew bloods, denoting his posterity. Matthew 23:35. Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 11 footnotes, from the earth. The Hebrew accent athnach after cursed suggests more than the ground. 3:17. Verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. Verse 12 footnotes. Strength is a metonymy of cause. See Appendix 6, that's figure of speech. Strength put for that which it produces.